this is my review of Agatha All Alone. Now, honestly, when I heard the series was coming, I thought it was gonna be boring because Agatha was a villain from the WandaVision show, and she didn't seem like that great of a villain. And I didn't know if a show like this would be interesting, but I was wrong. This is actually a very good show, and it's actually a pretty grounded show. Now, basically, in this TV series, Agatha just regained her memories, probably because the Scarlet Witch supposedly died at the end of Doctor Strange, so I think the timelines coincide. And then there's this boy who shows up and says he wants to find the Witch's Road. Now, he has a bit of magical capability, but he wants to find the Witch's Road. And Agatha decides to go along with it so that she can regain her powers, which also Wanda took during their fight in WandaVision. Basically, she's powerless. And so Agatha decides to gather a group of witches, because apparently they need a few witches to open the road and go along the road. And so she gathers a group of witches, and they go about doing different trials inside the road, which is basically deals with each person's individual trauma, which is nice to see. And I thought the show would have a lot of filler episodes, but all the episodes were exciting. Nothing felt boring to me in the series. And as soon as you finish watching one episode, you were ready to watch the next. Didn't feel like was the next episode going to be boring or anything. And they did the show really well on that aspect. And they gave the characters, even though they're new characters, enough depth. So Agatha goes along the road with and this boy and the other witches. And now Agatha has a special ability of being able to steal other witches' powers. She can steal as many witches' powers as possible. So along the way, during a trial, she accidentally or purposely steals one of the witch's powers, and so they deal with the aftermath of that, even though not by that much. And then she figures out that the boy is actually the Scarlet Witch's daughter. Sorry, the Scarlet Witch's son. Scarlet Witch's son, Wiccan. Now, the thing about this is Scarlet Witch's children were made up in the WandaVision. She was all an illusion that she created, but turns out she was so powerful that she created souls. So she actually created souls, and one of the souls managed to escape into a body of a boy who was in an accident nearby, and so that becomes Wiccan. But she never knew that, and he never reached out either. So yeah, she figures that out at the end. And oh yeah, there's also Death in this movie. They're finally introducing Death in the MCU. Now, Death is apparently a character. She's played by Aubrey Plaza, and she does the role pretty well. I mean, I only know about her from Thanos' obsession with her, and apparently she gets together with Deadpool at some point, and Deadpool and Thanos fight over her. That's all I know about her. But yeah, she's a decent addition to the cast in this movie, in the series. And you see that Agatha has a previous relationship with Death, that she took her son. So we will see all that playing out, and then we finally see Agatha showing some real growth, because she has the option to, as Death gives her the option to force Wiccan to give up his life. And if he does that, then Agatha can live on. And Agatha, considering being a bad guy, we're not sure whether or not she would do the right thing. And for a moment, it looks like she wasn't going to, but she eventually does, and then she ends up becoming a ghost. And then she decides to be Wiccan's guide as he searches for his brother, who apparently also ended up in the body of another boy. We see some blurry scenes of that, and she being his guide and the two of them together go off and and try to find his brother. Now there is one final fight scene between Agatha and Death, which is entertaining, but I mean honestly, I didn't see much point in that fight because it was Death. I mean, how's Agatha supposed to beat Death? That's just not possible. Come on. But it's an MCU show, so you're expecting a big final fight somewhere along the line, and we get that. That was nice, I guess. But yeah, overall, it was a good storyline. Oh yeah, and we figure out that we can actually created the road, Witch's Road, because he has same ability as his mother, which kind of makes the whole show seem a little pointless because everything that they all went through, those were all illusions that he created. I mean, one of the characters died because this whole thing, and she didn't need to. I mean, it was all fake. So that's I don't know if that needed to be true. I mean, I would have preferred if the Witch's Road was actually real and they actually did go down there. But yeah, that is what it is. But overall, it's a good, entertaining show with a lot of good storylines and decent characters. Yeah.